isn't living with us. As you can see, I do not have my partner in crime. My husband is still out working. So I came to help you guys, or let's just say tell you guys what I did exactly to fix my husband's credit. So a little background about us. If you guys have seen the first video, it's how Chris and I met, and it also explains a little of how we came down and whatever. So we're from New York. My people from New York know that we're not taught about credit. It's just not something you're taught, right? So we were adults. We knew nothing about credit. And then we moved down to Florida, and our friends got a house. They bought a house. They were blessed with a house, beautiful house. And we're like, we want that. We want to buy a house now. So we get pumped to then have my husband's credit run, because at the moment he was the only one working. No, I was actually working too, but they were going to consider his only because why? There was a reason why he was making more than enough. So we used only his credit. So when they ran our credit, his credit was at 3 something. We had no idea. It was, I can't remember, it was like 360, 380. I can't remember so well, but we know it was in the high 300s. And so my husband started, this ain't gonna happen this year, maybe next year. And I'm like, I rebuke that. Satan, get behind thee. I'm buying a house. Like, we're buying a house this year. So I told him, don't worry about it. I'll fix it. You continue to do what you're doing. I work full time, and then I was fixing his credit, which is doable, guys. You can do this. His credit went from 3 something to 620 something in 3 to 4 months. So don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it. Every video I looked up, every person I spoke to told us, it takes time to build the credit. It takes a year, so you just gotta build. You have to wait a couple of years for things to start dropping, and that brings your credit up. And then the credit is based on years of good standing accounts, and the less you have them open, the younger you are. So the credit score is by age, so you become a baby. You're a baby if you have an account for a year. So you have it for just 1 year, 1 year old. That's the way they explained it. So it's based on how long you have good standing credit, right? So I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was very discouraged. And then to hear my husband, tell me or give up on me is like, it was horrible. But I was determined. I wanted a house. We were gonna bless our kids with a home. We had a beautiful apartment we were renting, and it was beautiful. To come from a tiny 900 square feet apartment to a 2-floor house, 2 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 3 full bathrooms. My daughter had her ensuite. We had our ensuite, and our son slept with us because he was still a baby. And then we had a patio. The backyard was huge. The neighborhood was safe. It was amazing. But for those who live, I don't know if I'm sure it's not only in Florida, but when you're renting, you can't do what you want to do to your house. You can't paint certain colors, or if you do, you gotta paint it back. You can't do this. You can't have the amount of people. This community was strict. You can't have more than X amount of people living with you, or not living but visiting. We need to know who is it. If you have a dog, you gotta pay for the dog. I was like, fine. We felt like it was a huge blessing from God to go from this ghetto place to this neighborhood that it was just like everyone wants to say good morning to you, and you try to figure out what the hell you did to them for them to be staring you down, and it's just you didn't say good morning and they felt like you were rude, right? So we live in Ocala where everyone is sweet, and people will literally take off their jackets off of their back to keep you warm. I have this gentleman, this older guy, he was an older guy, pull out his umbrella out of his car, and he got wet, but he made sure that me and I don't know if it was my son or my daughter, or even if it was both of them, but I know I was carrying someone, to make sure that I wouldn't get wet, you know, in the rain. And it was just like, oh, I've had people ask me, can I hold your bag and help you to your car? And I'm like, oh, in New York, you don't get that. If a guy asks for anything, it's, yo, can I get your digits, right? So it's different here. So we loved it here. We felt like God was telling us, okay, stop getting comfortable. Now I'm trying to bless you with more. And trying to bless you with more, God has given it to you, but you need to, all right, what can I do to take it, right? So it meant that I had to work on credit. So I have my notes. And before I get to my notes, I had someone ask me, why do you have 3 different credit scores? They would never reveal that to us, but it's a system. So in their system, they calculate different. So this kind of collection will drop, you know, by this amount of points. Judgments will hurt you by this amount of points. So 3 credit bureaus, all 3 are totally different. Their system is different. They don't share information within themselves. They're very private. So they won't even give us that information. But that's how they work. Their systems are totally different, and they just calculate everything differently, right? So number 1, first of all, get your paper, get your pen, write this down, because you're gonna come back to me and I'm gonna give you 5 months for the lazy people. 5 months, and you're gonna come and tell me, I bought this, I bought that, my credit is good, thank you, the Mateos, you guys helped us. We're here to help. If we can help you in any way, please tell me. Like, if I'm helping you, if I'm putting a smile on your face, if I brighten your day, if I helped you with your credit score, if I helped you in your marriage, if we did anything, yo, leave a comment and let me know, man. That fulfills my heart. Print out your credit report. We're gonna look at your credit report, and this is what we're gonna do. First step, dispute everything. It does not matter. Don't come and tell me, Abby, but this is accurate. Dispute everything. Because the problem is that when you have something on your report and it's been there, especially for the items that have been there, the accounts that have been there for years, what happens is that let's just, for example, this is how it works. You owe Sprint money. Sprint's going to send it to a collection. They're selling it to the collection, so then the collection company can harass you and get money off of you. But what happens is that after they have tried for X amount of years, even months, and they get tired and they feel like they're not getting anything, they sell it to another company for pennies, for a certain amount. So when they sell it to them, they've tried. They don't get you. They keep selling it, right? Because they feel like, let me just get some money. This company wants to buy it. I'm never going to get anything from them. So let me just sell it to them and get, you know, some of the money that I've, you know, already have invested. So the thing with that is that you're going from hand to hand to hand to hand to hand, which means somewhere in the middle, they probably made a mistake, right? Something went missing. Your name was misspelled, date of birth was wrong, your social, something went wrong, your address, something. So we want to dispute everything, because now it's been so many years that they can't even prove if that was you. So sometimes, and many times, and I would say like 7 out of 10 times, they drop a few things. And that helps. So collections, they don't hurt they, okay, I can't say that. They do hurt your credit, but it's not as bad as judgments. But anything that comes off of your credit boosts your credit score. So let's dispute everything, right? So after disputing everything, let's just say we have only 1 or 2 things that dropped and you have 10 things on them. So now the next thing is we're gonna look for mistakes on any accounts. Your name was spelled wrong. So my husband's name is Christian. It's spelled Christian. Everyone knows that Christian is spelled Christian, right? So it's a different spelling. People spell it differently. Now that's not my husband. That's not my husband. And that's not the way you spell my husband's name. That's not him. You got another Christian. He's not the only Christian Mateo. Obviously, you got the one with the H. So now you need to drop that. A lot of them drop it. Like, they don't want to go back and forth. And let me just tell you, especially for my ladies, you guys need to unleash the drama queen. I tell you this right now, warning you, you can't take it easy on them. You need to be hard. You need to be firm. You need to be consistent. So that's not my husband. And because of you guys, now I got this on my credit score, and it's freaking costing me hell and all. And my kids are about to lose their roof over their head, and they're about to not eat for a whole damn week. And my guy, I'm telling you that I was Miss Drama Queen. It got the job done, so ain't nobody complaining. Anyways, so you're going to look for any mistakes, right? And you're gonna go back and dispute any mistakes, and there's a section where it says, why are you disputing? Is this you? And you're gonna say, no, this is not me. I do not know who this company is, blah, 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 blah. Now, they might come back with evidence that is you. Some companies do hold on to information. That's fine. You'll keep it on, whoop-de-doo. We'll get it off another way, right? So we're gonna just drop as much as we can. So the next thing will be, now those items, those accounts that do stay on your credit score, you want to contact. We're gonna call the collectors, right? So we're gonna harass them. Like I said, drama queen, drama king, they must come out some way or another. I recall crying. You guys saw that prank where I can cry on the spot. I don't know why I'm not an actor. I should be. You guys need to push me out there. Share my video, guys. Share my prank, so then a sister can get out, of a house with 4 bedrooms and get a mansion. I'll hook you guys up, man. I got you guys. But you guys need to share my video. I should be at Hollywood, not working at the hospital. Damn. Anyways. So we're gonna call them. So this is the thing. If they have evidence that it is your account, right? Now we need to negotiate. Let's say your account is, you owe them $500. You're never gonna offer them $500. You're gonna tell them, listen, I can offer you right now $150. That's all I have. I am jobless. I have 10 kids. I'm not gonna say that was not nice, Abby. Make something up. God's gonna forgive us. I mean, we need to do that. Oh, I'm not gonna bring God into this, because I'm gonna be like, don't lie. Listen, make it your business to get things off your credit. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Do what you gotta do. You're going to negotiate. Once they agree, right? Once they agree that, okay, we're gonna settle this, they'll up it up 200. Let's come to that agreement. You'll be like, okay, before I do anything, before I pay it, give me a fax number, give me an email where I can email you or fax you a letter And this letter is going to say that the minute that I pay this off, it will be removed. Now, let me tell you, most of these people are going to say we do not remove anything from the credit bureaus. We just don't do that. Well, then I just don't pay. That's it. If you guys want my money, all I need is a signature stating that it will be removed. And that's it. It's as easy as a signature. No? Okay. Hang up. They're going to want their money. Now they have your information. You make sure you give them your number. They're going to ask you, oh, this is a collection call. Any information collected is going to be used for this purpose, blah, 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 whatever. This is my number, blah, 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 blah. This is my number. Make sure you save my number because they're going to start calling you. And once they start calling you, well, I already told you guys that I'm willing to pay it. I'm willing to pay it right now, but you guys need to agree that you guys are going to get it removed. You guys don't need to do the job, the work. I will do that. I just need the signature, right? A lot of them do. I think Chris had like, I don't know, probably like 2 things left in his credit, but my husband had a whole lot of things in his credit report, so it was really bad. So you don't pay anything until you have that letter signed. I don't care if they promise you the sun and the moon. You don't pay anything until you have that paper, until you have that letter in your hands. It's signed. Because this is the thing. Once you get it signed, some of them will say, oh, listen, we won't remove it. Listen, I don't care what you say. I have the letter, and the 3 credit bureaus, they will accept it, and they will go ahead and remove it only because you already have it signed. So they don't care if the collection companies call the 3 credit bureaus and say, well, disregard that letter, we can't do that. The 3 credit bureaus will acknowledge that just because they don't want a lawsuit. You already have a letter signed. So so don't pay anything until you have that signed. That's something you need to remember. The next thing, let's get to judgments. Judgments are collections or accounts that went through the court, and once they go through the court system, you're pinned. Unless you can really prove it's not you and it legitimately it wasn't you. You don't want to mess with the court. You're not going to say that it wasn't you, because that's a whole nother ball game. You just don't want to do that and get yourself in trouble. So when it comes to the court, a judgment will hurt your credit to the max. I mean, if a collection will knock your credit score, will knock like 10 points, a judgment can go from like 30, 40 to 100. It's really bad. So with the judgments, you call the court. You never want to pay it with the court or anything. You want to get because on the credit report, if I'm not mistaken, all you're going to see is the court's information. You don't get to see the collector's information. If you do, then that's perfectly fine. You talk with them. You're not messing with the court. So you get the information from the court, and the court they do not remove anything from the credit bureaus. They're not going to do that, and that's totally fine. You don't need them. All you need is that signature from the collector. So you're going to reach out to the collector, and you're going to do the same process that you did with the collection company, but now you're messing with a lawyer because it went through court. So with the court, it's always a lawyer, and you're going to do the same thing. The guy with Chris, with Chris's report, Chris had about 3-4 judgments, and at this moment, I don't think Chris has any judgment. I think I removed all of them. But after we paid, we didn't get that signed with him because he had, I believe, two judgments with the same guy. And this is my first time. I didn't. Mind you, everything I saw on YouTube or I Googled was telling me that I can never get a judgment removed. So I was actually doing things my own way for the first time. So I didn't have it signed. We went ahead and paid it. So when we paid it, I told him, hey, listen, I sent you, it was a check. I had to send him a check, a cashier's check. Hey, we paid it. Can you send us that letter? Email me that letter so then I can send it to the 3 credit bureaus today. My dude said, oh no, we don't remove any collections. I was like, no, sir. That's not what you told me. You know, you gave me your word that we're gonna get this removed, blah blah blah. I went in on him. It was a struggle with him. I was really going, like, I was getting nasty, like that Jesus left me, and I was really, really nasty. I mean, I didn't curse him out or anything, but I was just like, you're a liar, you're a filthy liar. This is not what we agreed to. I went off on him. So I let a few days pass, and then I called him again. And I mean, I went off, and I told him, my drama queen came out, and I was just like, because of you, I am not gonna be able to buy a house, and my kids are not gonna have a home because of you. And I mean, I went in on him. So last minute he was just like, listen, I'm gonna do this because I don't want to deal with you anymore. I was just like, I don't care. Listen, you don't need to like me, but you need to get this signed. So he did, and he emailed me the letter, and I sent it to the 3 credit bureaus. With them, it takes about a month for anything to fall off of your credit. But you can, this is what I did. I mailed everything to the credit bureaus, and I also faxed. Mind you, when you go on Google, there's, I don't know how many numbers for the 3 credit bureaus. So I faxed a whole lot of stuff to different fax numbers that were within, but it's just so many different departments. But I was just like, every freaking department can have it. I don't care. The one who gets it first it's you know, that was my goal. Like, I don't care. I just want one person to get it sooner than the other and get this done. So I sent it out to everyone and their mother, and that worked out. They received it within a week and a half, and it took about a month. And my husband's credit, I mean, by the time that we decided on this house, his credit was at 620 something. And then I remember the lady saying, you know, yeah, you're good. To wrap it up, that's what I did to fix my husband's credit. You need to be persistent. You need to be consistent. You can't take no for an answer. Don't take any negativity from anyone that's going to tell you it's not going to work, it's going to take time. No, if I did it, you guys can do it. You guys can do it. If I need to help you guys, I will do it. But yeah, so that's about it. Let's dispute everything. Let's look at mistakes. Let's call collectors. Let's send letters. Let's reach out to the lawyers if you guys have judgments. Whatever we do, before we do anything, we need to get that letter signed. We will not do anything without having this letter signed. We know already that the 3 credit scores are different because they have their own system. The 3 of them don't share their own secrets, don't share the way their systems work or how things are being calculated, but it's different. All 3 are different. I think that's about it. I think I told you guys pretty much everything. Yeah, that's what we did. Don't get discouraged. Don't take any negativity from anybody. If you need your credit score up, we all do. But if you have something that you're trying to accomplish in a timely manner, go for it. I'm believing in you because I honestly, I didn't have anyone to believe in me at the moment. Not even my own husband, because he was telling me, you know, let's wait another year. Actually, that friend that bought the house, her husband was shutting her down too, like, you know, it's not gonna happen now. And she stood firm on God's word, and she was just like, I rebuke that this is happening. So she was the one who was actually telling me, no, get it fixed, you can do this, and you're gonna buy your house. And so she was the only one on my team, and I'm thankful for her. Her name is Thalia. She's amazing, a true blessing from God, and that's family right there. And because of her encouragement, I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna get this done. And we have a house, a 4-bedroom house, 2 bathrooms, a nice decent sized yard, and all we paid was $142,000. So our mortgage is 7 something, almost 8, plus insurance and all. But my mortgage itself is 7 something plus 800. So, man, because of our credit, we were able to get the house. We were able to get 2 cars. You know, we're not rich, but we work for what we have. And a lot of it has to do with credit. So we live in a world where credit is everything. So get your credit up. You can do this, and you know, stay on top of your credit. You use Credit Karma. Stay on that just to see and be updated. Try to remove as much as you can and start fresh. And stay persistent, on top, pay on time. If you have a balance of $100 on your credit card, don't ever pay the 100 off. You can't. You always have to leave some on your credit card. So you know, pay a good, you know, 60, 70, but always leave that 30 and then continue to use it, even if it's for gas, even if it's to buy $5 of candy and a Coke. Even though it's not bad, it's not good, but Coke is my favorite. But anyways, you guys got the point. If I can help you with anything else, reach out to me at my Instagram, Mrs. Mateo 1120. I'm not sure if I have a period in my IG, but or leave a comment here. Yeah, so it is without the period. Or leave a comment here and I will reply. I always get back to people. But yeah, I hope you guys like my video. Like, comment, subscribe, so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. But yeah, love you guys. Let's get the credit score up. We're gonna start buying stuff, shopping. Sorry, we got one life. Use it. I'm out.